Hi friends, it's Miss Wendy, and do you see that? Oh my goodness, that is what we are going to be making today, a mason mummy. I call it a mason mummy just because it is a jar, it's glass, so please be really, really careful when you're making this and handling it after you've made it. So in your bag you have a DIY supply list of all the things that are included and the supplies that you'll need. A paintbrush, a container of glue, white tissue paper, and in this little bag you have one flameless candle, two googly eyes, one roll of glue dots, and one glass jar. It is a little sticky. There was a label on this, but I left it as a little bit tacky and sticky to help with putting that glue on your jar. Let's get started. We'll clear off our workspace, put something down to protect it, and we'll get started. Oh, right, and I just opened up my brown paper bag that the supplies came in as a protector for my workspace here. So the first thing that we are going to do is bring in this white tissue paper, and we're just going to tear it up in strips because mummies are bandaged, right? And I'm just going to tear it up in some long strips. Maybe even scrunch it a little bit. And they're not supposed to be perfect. And sometimes if you have a smaller bandage like that, that's okay too. So these are the bandages that I'm going to be working with. And now I'm going to bring over my jar, my paintbrush, and my container of glue. I'm just going to take the lid off of my glue carefully. And then I'm just going to gently dip my paintbrush in, and I am going to go ahead and paint the glue all over this jar. Not the bottom, actually, unless you want the bottom covered, but the sides of the jar. And you could even just set it down like that and paint it this way, because at some point you might get a little bit messy, but I just wanted to show you the process of painting. All right, and pretty soon we are going to bandage this mummy up. And you can move it with your fingers on the inside like that if you wanted. This way you don't get too messy. Whatever works for you in putting this glue on your jar. All right, I think we are good. The other thing is you can hold off with painting the top until all the rest of the sides are done. Looks good. All right, and then I'll just put a little rim around the top here. And now I'm going to take my bandages and just wherever I feel like I want to bandage up this mummy, in whatever way, I'm going to go around and around with bandages for this mummy. And now, if you feel like you need a little glue somewhere, you can just bring your brush back and put some glue on the end. Up here we might need a little. So as you go through the process, or even when you feel like you're done putting the bandages on, you don't have to cover every single spot because Mommy's bandages aren't always the most perfect. I am going to put a little bit more on here. If you want, you could even cover the inside a little bit with bandages, since we have some extra. And I quite like that. For the next thing, you want to decide where you want to put your face. So which bandages look the best for you to put a couple eyes coming through. And I'm going to bring over my eyes and my glue dots. I took the paper clip off, and I'm just going to unroll the glue dots at the black line. I'm just going to tear one glue dot off, take my eye, and on the back of the eye I'm going to put one of the glue dots. So I'm just going to put it there, rub it so that it starts to adhere to the eye, and then I'm going to peel away the backing from the glue dot, put that aside, and I think this is where I wanted the eyes, right here, coming through like that. And then this one, same thing. I gave you some extra glue dots just in case you needed them, but really you'll only need 2. And again, the same thing with that glue dot. Oops. I'm going to put the eye right like that, kind of like to give it a little texture. It kind of looks like it's got some eyebrows. And that optional item was a marker in case you wanted to make a little mouth on this mummy, or even a nose. I'm going to make a little mouth here with my little marker. We have to put our flameless candle in. So turn it on and drop it in. And turn the lights off. Ooh, ooh, here comes the mummy. And that's how it looks inside. And remember to clean up. Yes, you must clean up. So I hope you had an awesome time making your Mason mummy. Please check out our calendar for more DIY crafts. Thanks so much for joining me, and have a great day. Bye-bye.